see that? Yeah, the certificate of authenticity. No! Why are things falling today? The CD, a DVD. No! Hello, I'm the Pirate Novelist, your captain through the rough seas of media, and welcome to another video. This is a video response to Final Collector James and Aaron talking about their Holy Grail records. I have quite a few here, but wanted to kind of go through and show you part of my collection, video response to that, and kind of go through a few of part of my collection. Surprised at how many I actually have of these. Some of these are sentimental, some of these are a little bit of monetary, so I'm going to kind of go and talk about that. First one I got to talk about is kind of what started my collection. Now, most of my collection was inherited from my parents, so while those I do consider kind of, sentimental, this one's really sentimental because my mom bought it for me before I even started collecting it. It kind of just started me going, and that's Zeppelin 4. This was a $26 good condition at that time. $26, like, ooh, that's a lot, but in today's standards, that's a pretty good price for me. And it's a decent condition. It's probably not, I forget what press it is, but it's not one of those uber expensive really high-end ones. But this one just means a lot to me because the memories and me starting out, and this is still one of my favorite records to put on. The next one to me is, a Grail record could be anything that you want that's just really hard to attain or takes a very long time for you to get, no matter what the record. If you really wanted it, it takes, more than about a year or two to grab it. I consider it a Holy Grail, or at least a Grail, and this one to me, J. Giles' Centerfold is, not Centerfold, Freeze Frame, is one of those Holy Grail records because when I've been collecting records, I wanted Centerfold, and I was looking through and, categorizing everything when I was first starting out, and I was like, oh, J. Giles, is it Centerfold? Is it Centerfold? No. So, I know it's, guilty, even if you don't like it or anything. I love the song, and this is such a cool cover, but, yeah, just because of Centerfold is one reason why I consider, because it's sentimental value, why I consider this one a Grail for me, and I'm just glad I have a copy of it. The next one I consider, the next two I consider Grails because, let me grab them, is because I got them my very first record store day, and it kind of, kicked off, my celebration of record store day. I make it, a thing once a year. It's, kind of my day to do things, and the couple things I want to show you here is Biffy Clyro's Black Chandelier and City of Dreadful Night on this really cool clear black splatter vinyl. And then Newfound Glory's Mania. This is on a blue vinyl. I'll go ahead and show you that here. I'm going to try not to show too much here because I have quite a few to talk about, but just thought I'd show you this one. Let me place this down here. Yeah, these two mean a lot to me just because these were on the very first record store day I did. Like this, and then it's got an etched side with all the band member names here. Yeah, so this one's just up here because it's sentimental to me. So the next couple are both sentimental, but kind of borderline that also monetary value. The first one is Polaris, music from the Adventures of Pete and Pete. This record right here means particularly a lot to me because Pete and Pete was one of my favorite shows growing up as a kid. And, I listened to the music on YouTube for years, and never actually got around to buying it for whatever reason, but I found out it was coming out on Record Store Day. Had to have it. So glad I have it. And I think, there are a lot of, nostalgic people like me who, have the memories of it and, can relate to loving this music. And, yeah, it's mainly sentimental, but also maybe a little borderline monetary. I don't know. I was doing a little bit of research, but this one was kind of getting up there and kind of not. So I'm glad I have this one. My next one is Stone Temple Pilots Core. This is the Record Store Day exclusive version. I got 1992 out of, I think it was 3,000 or whatever they had, but I got the year it came out, which was kind of nice for me. Sorry about that. But yeah, I saw them quite a few years ago, back when Weiland was still in the band, before they kicked him out and everything. And you know, I appreciated them, but I didn't really appreciate them till afterwards. And it's just such a shame that Weiland had passed, and you know, I can't get to see him again and appreciate them even more. So that's one reason why I grabbed this, is because, you know, it had pretty much all the songs I, you know, liked at the point before I really got deep into them. And glad I have this. This is going for a little bit, quite a few bucks here. I forget what it's, 50 or more? I want to say, don't quote me on that. I'm just going off of Discogs, but this one is actually sentimental, but getting close to being monetary grail. The next couple of grails for me, for sentimental reasons, these are ones that I had gotten at concerts, either with friends or with loved ones going to see a concert. The first one, it's signed by the band Monstro, which is Anchors Up. They did quite a few versions of this, but it's on a, let me show you this real quick, a kind of splatter, marbled red. There were a bunch of different colors. They asked me if I wanted the marbled or the clear, so they had plenty of them. But these guys opened up for when I saw Alice in Chains with my mom, so this is the first record I ever bought at a concert, so that's why this one's a grail for me. It's sentimental. The next one is another sentimental record. It's Jaws, their self-titled EP. This is a grail for me because, again, it's another concert I went to with a loved one, and I bought it there, and, you know, I got to meet the band. But this one's kind of one for me because it was the first time I saw The Offspring. They were the openers, and, you know, how many times are you going to say you get to go see The Offspring in a small venue, the same venue I saw them here? So that's why these particular two are grails for me. And this last one that goes into kind of the concert category is Within Temptation's Hydra. I think I showed you this guy's ones before, but it's a gatefold. I'll just show you, because some standard black, but I'll show you the cool gatefold here. But I was told that by a friend about this band, and, you know, this is the first time I had ventured pretty far out of my city, out of state actually, to go see a concert. So that's kind of why this one's a grail for me, because, you know, I went far out of my comfort zone and really enjoyed those concerts. So that's kind of why this one's a grail for me, because it has a lot of good memories attached to it. These next two are grouped to both sentimental and monetary. This one mainly monetary, because I've seen this go up. It's 21 Pilots Blurry Face. This is the black and red split. I've shown this on another video another time, but yeah, this record means a lot to me. It got me through, you know, a lot of difficult times, and now that I'm seeing it's getting up there in worth and value, I'm like, wow, you know, it's a grail in that sense, because it's, you know, the pure money grail, but at the same time, this album means a lot to me, so I'm glad to have that. And the same thing can be said for this one too. It's 21 Pilots, the LCLP, the one that was shaped like Ohio for Record Store Day. Fall Away Forest, and side B is Ode to Sleep, the live version of that. So yeah, these two are kind of grouped both in there. I think 21 Pilots is actually going for a little bit more than this, but both of these are kind of grail worthy because of how, you know, rare they are for being grail, but also sentimental for that reason as well. The next one is sentimental because my mom picked it out for me on Record Store Day. It's Foo Fighters, Songs from the Laundry Room. This one's going up there too in price. So it could be, you know, that vein of being, you know, a monetary one, but this one for me, just because it's Foo Fighters, and this is my first Foo Fighters one, so that's kind of another reason why it could be sentimental. This next one is, my friend clued me into this being a monetary grail. Now for me, you know, it's just, oh, I saw this and grabbed it when I was out with friends, but now it's actually become quite a collector's piece. This is Evanescence's Fallen. It's on this really cool, I'll show you real quick. It's on this really cool purple. let's see, lavender, but purple. Just look at that color. Record. And friend who the record that I'm going to be showing here in just a minute clued me into, you know, the next Grail piece I'm going to be showing, clued me in that this is getting up there in price. Now, unopened, it's going for upwards of $300. Now, of course, mine's open because I actually play it, but at the time I only paid 30 bucks. I think 30 or 40, I forget what I paid, but this is one that, you know, I can now consider a monetary piece because it has gone up in value, but also there are old memories attached to it because, you know, this was an album that I'd liked in high school. So you know, it's one of those, oh, I saw it and picked it up, and now it's actually worth something, and I think that's just so cool. So this next one, as I had said just a minute ago, is one that a friend had got me into this band, and he said, go ahead and grab this. You know, it's not that much money. I thought it was just kind of cool, and really got hooked on this band, and this is Weird Kids by We Are the In Crowd. I've shown this on another video. I think it was on my pickups video. It's that splatter. Their splatter looks like cotton candy and clouds. You can go back to that vinyl haul video, but this one's sentimental to me because my friend got me into it, and yeah, we're connected with this record now. You know, in a good way. You know, he's a good friend of mine, and we talk about this record all the time. And now that it's gotten out of print, it could be turning into a monetary. Probably at the time of this video, it's probably not, but it could turn into that. The next piece I want to talk about is Paris's White Noise. This is a earlier press. I know they just did White Noise Deluxe, but this was one of those pieces where I didn't get the out of 100, but I did get one of the rarer ones, and that is the black and white split. Let me show you this real quick. Black and white split. It's a cool record. Me and my friend talk about this one all the time. He just picked up the newer. It's been this here. He picked up the newer one, and you know, has been listening to it. And I'm gonna pop this on probably after this and listen to this, you know, with them. But yeah, this one it's one of the rarer pieces with the older version. So this is a first press, I guess. So it's hard to say how, you know, valuable this is, but it's valuable to me because of the music on it. The next couple are purely sentimental value. The first being, I've shown you this before, the Paramore box set. Comes with, came with a poster that's up on my wall right now in my room. But it came with this, the record and CD, B-side. This was just, I don't see it, you know, going up there in price just because of, you know, it being a newer album, but, you know, the box set was limited, and this to me is just something that I love having. So that's why, one reason why it's sentimental. The second one, I've shown this one before too, is, back up here, is the Ain't It Fun single from Record Store Day, signed by the band. So I've shown this one too, in the 5 Upbeat Songs contest entry for Vinyl Collective Days. So that's another one. The next one is, oh no, the lid came off. The Brand New Eyes box set from Paramore. It's a CD box set, but thought it was cool at the time that it came with another kind of cool, clear. These are the B-sides single. And then it came with the CD, Certificate of Authenticity poster, which is up on my wall. Handwritten lyric book. And then CD, DVD making of with the Certificate of Authenticity. So this one's getting up there in price just because of this. But yeah, it's, you know, one Grail, just, they're all Grails to me because, you know, each time a subsequent album came out or I get the box set, you know, it's a little bit money, you know, it's, yeah, it's a dip of money, but sentimental reasons why, it's because I love this band and love all their releases. Now, I don't have everything of theirs on record. I'm slowly getting to that point, but coming up next, we're going to talk about the next one. yeah, that's used to be my number one Holy Grail for a lot of reasons. So we're just about to get into that. That's the next one. The next one is arguably used to be my number one Holy Grail. Now, with the Holy Grails, I was, for me, like with the J. Giles band, I didn't care what version or what press I got. I just knew I really, really wanted it. And this one is Paramore's All We Know Is Falling. This is the black reissue that came out last year. Yeah, last year. So this was one that I knew. I put it on pre-order. I was able to grab it, but I still need Riot and Brand New Eyes. I'm hoping to get the represses of those, but I did not get the 10th anniversary repress. I chose this one instead because I already had this on pre-order, and I didn't know if I was going to be able to get the other one. So hopefully I'll be able to get the other one. I'll hopefully be able to get a few more presses, but this one for the very longest time was my number one for sentimental reasons. This album meant a lot to me. Paramore got me through a really rough time in my life. They get me through a lot of tough times, even though I stop listening to them every once in a while. Still get back in the mood to listen to them. Still love their music, and this was just this was my number one Holy Grail at that point before I got it. Okay, we're on the last one. Hope you've been enjoying this video. I know I've been enjoying, making it. And this last one was, other than Paramore's All We Know Is Falling, this was top of my list, Holy Grail. Because, the history behind it, the music into it was just something that I loved. And it's, it's been something that I've wanted for many, many years. And I got it thanks to Vinyl Collector James. I won that contest there, and I'm so very thankful that he sent this to me. But now it's sentimental, and it means a lot now because now that I have this, it's always been out of my grasp. Like I said earlier, with J. Guy, I was some records being out of grasp. If you can grab them, I consider them a grail, and this one is Temple of the Dog. This record is a very, very long time coming. Every time I'd see it, in the stores and everything, it's just, always been something that's like I've always had to pass on. So now I have it. And, I'm just, there's a bunch of records I still haven't listened to, so I'm just, slowly taking my time through those because I want this one to be the last one of my new records to listen to. I'm just beyond happy that I have this. It means a lot to me, and if, those who know me know that this is, one of my biggies in my list, and now that I have it, I'm just so happy. So that was my Holy Grail list. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have some Holy Grails, I challenge you to make a video response and tag me and Aaron and Vinyl Collector James. If you haven't seen Vinyl Collector James, shame on you. I'm gonna link both their channels in the description. Check them out. They are really awesome channels to get into. James and him kind of inspired me to do this, and I'm just glad I've been making YouTube videos, and that's about it. Wow, this is probably the second video I filmed, so double the video. I've been quiet for a little while. Wanted to explain about the Pearl Jam video. I wanted to release that the week that I had actually seen them, but with the death of Prince and everything, and then the podcast that I put up, it just didn't feel right at the time. And then I released it, and it kind of just felt right to put it up there. So this is going to be coming out after my concert review, and I have a few more videos up my sleeve that I'm thinking on doing, just gathering the information for that. And as always, I'm the Pirate Novelist, and keep on sailing.